Alright guys, welcome back to another video. This is that Like Adri Halloween series, and today we're going to be talking about the curse of Lake Lanier. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. You're joining me at a great time because I am focusing on being a better YouTuber. So you're getting the best of me right now. And for all the people who have been around and stuck around and been very patient with me with my on and off schedule, I appreciate you and I love you. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. Hit that bell button so you can get notifications every time I post anything. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier, all Atlanta Georgians, born and raised Atlanta Georgians know that Lake Lanier is cursed. There is a 50-50 chance that you may die at Lake Lanier just because that's how cursed it is. So today I'm going to give you the facts and then I'm going to give you the myths. This is going to be my own adaptation. I'm going to tell you to the best of my memory. All facts are not going to be, there's not going to be legit spot on because I'm telling this strictly from memory and I have a few notes to just kind of get me through it. So if you want to know details about Lake Lanier, you can definitely Google it. The History Channel even did a whole series on Lake Lanier, I want to say. So Google that and you can get all the facts for all you fact-loving people. But this is going to be from my perspective and what I know. So back in 1948, the U.S. government decides that they are going to build a man-made lake, Lake Sidney Lanier. They're going to build the man-made lake because they want to provide water to the Atlanta area, basically. So, long story short, the U.S. government comes in, they buy up all the land. They have people move out of their homes. Any homes that are lower than, I want to say, 35 feet high or something like that, something crazy. There's a height requirement. If your house is lower than the height requirement to be torn down, it was left there. So basically, up under Lake Lanier, there's a whole town up under Lake Lanier. The whole town is just up under Lake Lanier. So if you were to dive up under Lake Lanier, houses, roads, racetracks, whatever that was under the height limit is still there under Lake Lanier, like a little water ghost town or whatever. People move out, the water comes in, it takes them 5 years to fill the lake up to capacity or whatever. So Lake Lanier now is known as Lake Lanier. You can do all kinds of stuff there. There's shopping. It's like a resort. Like Lake Lanier is like a vacation getaway for Georgians. So here comes the conspiracy behind it. So on government record, it says that everybody moved out. Everybody moved out safely. The water comes in. So the conspiracy side says that there were a lot of black farmers who refused to move or something like that. Not mostly black, but there were a lot of black ones who probably couldn't move. And a lot of ones who had lived there their whole lives, so they refused to move. So they're saying that the dam that they built, because when they were trying to do Lake Lanier, they built a dam to keep the water in until everybody moved out. They're saying that the dam accidentally cracked and it flooded the entire town. People still there. So basically killing everybody in the town. That's one of the conspiracies. The other conspiracy is that they didn't remove the graves or the cemeteries from Lake Lanier. So when they filled it up with water, the spirits got pissed because, of course, they defaced these people's graves. Like, y'all didn't care to move them, so y'all just let it get flooded. And I'm pretty sure that was an ugly sight because here in Georgia, it's not like Louisiana. We have to have something on top. Like, you just straight up going in the dirt. So I know the coffins was flying everywhere when that water hit it. So that's where the conspiracy comes from. A lot of people die on Lake Lanier yearly. A lot of people, it's like an insane amount of people every year that die. It wasn't too many this year because of COVID, of course. But in previous years, a lot of people died just being on the water. And of course, some people look at it as, oh, well, you know, it's a bunch of drunk country people out on the water drinking beers on a boat. Of course, people are going to die. That's not always the case. I mean, I can see how you can see it like that, but as a country person myself, that's very offensive because that's not all that we do. People who have survived drowning, like they almost drowned, but they didn't drown, they live, just about all of those people, when they tell their accounts of how they survived or whatever, mind you, these people are non-inebriated people, people who are very strong swimmers, people who are trained to swim, all of that jazz. So basically, those people are saying that when they started to drown or felt like they were drowning, it felt like something was pulling them into the water. Like there was somebody grabbing them and pulling them down into the water, trying to basically kill them. Like basically a ghost or some type of spirit or something is like pulling them to join the underwater graveyard, basically. Creepy as hell. There are 3 major stories that stick out to me when it comes to Lake Lanier. These stories are kind of creepy. Some of them don't have anything to do with the lake. They're just odd ass stories that happened on the lake. So yeah, so the first one we're going to go into is missing Kelly Nash. Kelly Nash is this guy. He's 25. He is with his girlfriend one night. They live off of the lake. He is with his girlfriend at the house. He's like, I'm not feeling good. I think I'm going to go to the doctor in the morning. Like, I'm not feeling good at all. Like, the girlfriend, her account of it, like I said, I'm doing this off memory. And he disappears. Does not take his keys. Does not take his wallet. The only thing that is missing from the house is the family gun. That is missing from the house. They could not find him for months. The family even released that they would give a $50,000 reward if anybody had any information into where this guy was. So months and months later, they find the guy in the water. Of course, he's dead because it's months and months later. But they find him and he has a gunshot wound and he still has on the same pajamas. Like, he didn't even have on shoes, apparently. Like, straight up left barefoot. So they found him with his pajamas from that night still on. Now, the mystery is still kind of unsolved. Now, of course, I'm thinking like, okay, well, maybe the girlfriend did it and she's just lying about it, or he committed suicide. They cannot come to a conclusion on if he committed suicide or there was foul play. They don't know, but the girlfriend hasn't been charged or anything. And this was like years ago. I want to say back in 2015. She hasn't been charged or anything, so clearly she was asleep or something or whatever, you know. I don't know, maybe a spirit enticed him to come out and play in the water or something. I don't know. It's just a creepy story of the lake. So the next creepy story is about these fishermen. There's some fishermen out on the lake at 1 o'clock in the morning. Why would you be on a lake at 1 o'clock in the morning? I have no clue. But to each his own. I'm not doing that, but whatever. So these fishermen are out on the lake, and while they're out on the lake doing whatever it is that they were doing at 1 o'clock in the morning on the lake, they see another boat. So on this other boat, there is a figure in a cloak, and there's a lantern on the boat, and the figure has a hook. Sounds a lot like death to me. So the fishermen see this boat kind of riding by, and then all of a sudden the figure jumps into the water, lantern goes out. So the fishermen are like going crazy, like, oh my God. Somebody's trying to attack us. What is this? What's going on? They're scrambling around trying to find their lights or whatever so they could see better. Why they didn't have lights on in the first place, I don't know. I don't know if the lights were on or they were looking for additional lighting. I don't know. So they end up getting the lights on, and the figure is gone. This phantom is gone. There's no trace of a boat. There's no trace of the figure. There's no trace of anything. Scared the fishermen enough to not ever want to get back on Lake Lanier ever again. So creepy as hell. First of all, you don't have no business out on no lake at 1 o'clock in the morning anyway. So if something was coming to get you, you definitely deserved it because you ain't had no business out there. You didn't have no business out there on that lake at 1 o'clock in the morning. You're supposed to be in the bed with your kids or by yourself or whatever. You're supposed to be sleeping. You didn't have no business. I don't care what there is nothing at 1 o'clock in the morning. There is no fish being caught at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, I don't care. So that's kind of on them. They better be glad that death didn't get them or whatever it was didn't get them because they deserve to get got. Anyway, so the last and final story is like one of the first stories of Lake Lanier. Is back in April of 1958. Delilah Parker and her friend Susie Roberts are going out on the town. So they're going out in town, have like them little girls' night or whatever, and they just disappear. The only thing that they have an account for is that they went to a gas station and did not pay for their gas, and there are skid marks on a bridge over the lake. And so they assume that the girls, you know, the truck toppled into the lake, whatever. So they never find this truck. It's a 1954 Ford. They never find this truck at all. They don't find the bodies at all. Like, it takes a long time. So 18 months later, they find a body way off from its course. Fishermen find a body The body is missing 2 hands and toes. Why the body is missing 2 hands and toes, I don't know. But they couldn't identify the body, so the body was buried in a cemetery in Lake Lanier, Jane Doe, because they couldn't identify who this person was because they were so decomposed. So fast forward to November 1990, the bridge needs to be expanded because, you know, people are like, okay, it's a vacation spot. I remember going to Lake Lanier as a kid, so it's a vacation spot. We need to expand this bridge. So while they were dredging the water to put the pillars in from the bridge, they find the 1954 Ford from 1958. The Ford is literally right up under the bridge, hidden in mud and trees and whatever. So how the divers that went in the first time to try to find the truck could not find this truck, I don't know. But they find the truck, and Delilah is in the truck. They know that it's Delilah because Delilah is in the truck. Her purse, her clothes, everything that she had on is intact in the truck. So since it's 1990, they realize that the other body that they found all those years ago is in fact Sarah. The mystery still remains. We do not know what happened to them. We do not know why Sarah's hands and toes were missing. We do not know. But one thing we do know is that there have been multiple accounts saying that if you go to the bridge or cross the bridge late at night, you can see Sarah in a blue dress with missing hands searching for her hands on the bridge. I'm going to tell you right now, if I ever, and I've had some ghost experiences because you know, you saw my last video, I've had some ghost experiences, but most of them have been in my home, in my bed. I've never experienced a ghost like riding down the road. I'd probably flip my car into the damn lake if I see a damn spirit on the side of the road looking for their damn hands. Like, I would probably have a heart attack and die myself because that's just creepy. And there's been multiple accounts. They call her the Lady of the Lake. Listen, I don't want to see no ladies and I don't want to see no lake. I don't want to see none of that. I don't. The final question is, do I believe that Lake Lanier is cursed? Like I said in the beginning, I am born and raised Georgia girl. Born and raised here. So I would not consider myself a Georgia girl if I did not believe in the curse of Lake Lanier. I don't know any Georgians that don't believe in the curse of Lake Lanier. And if you don't believe in it, you're not from Georgia. I don't care what you say. Yes, I definitely believe. Now, the stories behind Lake Lanier, I don't know which one is true. I kind of want to believe that they drowned everybody in the town. Because, I mean, that is something that the government would definitely, most definitely cover up. Like, even if they did do it, they're never going to admit that they did something like that. So that's kind of where I'm leaning to with the conspiracy. I kind of believe that one a little bit better. But there is no buts. I believe in the curse of Lake Lanier. I'm going to make sure my kids know the curse of Lake Lanier. Will I ever go back to Lake Lanier? I haven't been to Lake Lanier since I was a kid. The last time I went, I was 17, and we were not on the lake. We went to the water park, and we rode horses, and we stayed in a cabin. So that is other stuff that you can do other than going to lake at Lake Lanier. It's like a whole full-fledged resort. They have hotels and shopping and all kinds of stuff. Like it's a destination place within Georgia. Would I go back to Lake Lanier on the lake? Hell no. I'm never going on that lake. But to go to the resort and stay in a cabin and go to the water park and ride horses and all the other little fun stuff that they have that people really don't die from, definitely would experience that. I'm not going anywhere near that lake. I don't like lakes anyway. I really, you know, if it's not an ocean, I kind of don't like it. I don't like it. So yeah, that's the end of the story. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want more facts and details, the History Channel did do a whole little video thing on it. I'll make sure that I'll leave it in the description if I can find it. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this Halloween series. This is the last video. I had so much fun doing this series. Going into November, I will be throwing the kids a Halloween party, so I will have a vlog about that to kind of give myself a break to get ready for the rest of the videos that I need to record. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button. Also, if you are from Georgia, leave a comment below. Like, what stories have you heard about Lake Lanier? Do you believe in the curse of Lake Lanier? You better believe in the curse of Lake Lanier, or don't comment at all. No, I'm just kidding. Tell me what stories you've heard. Tell me if you've been to Lake Lanier. Are you scared to go? Georgia people, tell me everything. And people who are not from Georgia, you know, tell me, have you ever heard of the curse of Lake Lanier, or do you have any cursed lakes or bodies of waters or anything in your town? I would love to hear. I'm like a fan of, like, I don't like creepy Halloween stuff, but I am a fan of stories that have weird, creepy backgrounds. It's a fine line that I have to walk when it comes to that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky.